Hi, good morning. I'm Juliana. I go by Light of Wonder. I hope you're having a beautiful, magical morning. On my channel, we bring smiles, laughter, and love into the universe. And what I think about most is I used to stay in the comfortable, right? And the comfortable is being blocked, being in fear mode, safety mode, right? So the whole goal here is to go into the uncomfortable. And the uncomfortable is love, the opposite of fear. Fear is the opposite of faith. When you go into a moment in faith, you're coming from a place of love. When you go into a moment in fear, you're coming from a place of distrust. You're coming from a place of unsafe. But where the faith comes in is where we have to trust. We have to have faith in love, in the present moment. And that's what I've had to learn how to do. Love has been extremely uncomfortable for me. I have struggled deeply with rejection, abandonment, not being accepted in society. I've struggled with wanting validation from everybody. I've struggled with being too much, fear with being too much, fear of being loud, being the center of attention. And what I'm learning about everything that I've feared is that the world needs that real you. The world needs that loud and proud you. The world needs the love. The world needs love, right? But so many of us are walking around on safety mode, in fear, in the comfortable, realizing in order to be uncomfortable, we have to go towards love. Love is very uncomfortable because it requires you to make eye contact. It requires you to be present. It requires you to be intentional with your time and your energy. It requires you to express from your soul. That's why it's uncomfortable. When we're expressing from our souls, we're getting in touch with our soul's purpose. Our soul's purpose is to express ourselves by our Creator. Our Creator made us, created us in His image to share into the universe. Whether that be through art, whether that be through, there's so many different expressions of feeling the feelings and emotions in life. Through music, through poems, through your imagination, your creativity. And we cannot get in touch with our creativity if we are in a state of fear. I know this for a fact now. I'm having all the signs come up that I am in alignment, and I truly believe that we have to get outside our safety zone, safety mode. And if we're living in fear, we're going to have jobs we can't stand. We're going to be we're going to be chasing after a paycheck to pay our bills. And unfortunately, this is really hard to break free from. I think this was the hardest for me, is realizing like my soul is becoming too big for this soul-sucking job. And it's about aligning with the abundance and the prosperity and the wealth and the success and the unlimited possibilities by being in aligned with love. And it can be very hard, having faith in love, going after love instead of fear and safety mode, having these jobs that are stressful and out of aligned with our soul's purpose. is only going to hold us back and prevent us from being happy in life. I remember I was at my end. I was like, oh my gosh, this is suffocating me. My soul is becoming pure to where I can't handle the hate anymore. I can't handle big egos anymore. I can't handle negativity anymore. I don't want to be around it. I have no desire to entertain it. I have to protect my energy at all costs. And if I can sense you're coming from a place of fear, I can't be around it because that's the way I lived. And I've had to go into that. I've had to learn to be loved. I've had to learn to speak from my soul. I've learned how to not hold back who I am anymore. And this is how connection happens. This is how trust happens. A bond happens between two people because they can relate. Any time that you're intimidated to speak from your soul, I encourage you to go into that. We all need to speak from our heart in the present moment. Life is beautiful today. I'm grateful today. I was known a certain way when I was younger, and I'm grateful that I can see past that way today. Sometimes we'll have reminders be brought up from the past. The past doesn't exist anymore, but we do take accountability. We look at our part in situations, we clean our side of the street, and we look at our blind spots. And I've been able to learn a very valuable lesson in minding my own business on my journey. And minding my own business is so important on my journey. When I say I focus on others, I don't focus on what other people are actually doing or what they're making or what they're doing wrong. I focus on others as in bringing smiles, laughter, entertainment to others. I don't focus on finding fault in you. I don't focus on finding reasons not to like you. I don't focus on what you're doing to get you in trouble. Oh my gosh. I used to live this way, and it makes me icky to think about that, but I had a reminder the other day, and I hope that that girl can find it in her heart to forgive me, because I saw her going down the path that I was going down, and I had love for her, and maybe she couldn't really understand that, but my intentions weren't all pure. Absolutely not. I was not minding my own business. But all I'm trying to say is I would encourage you to mind your own business, not focus on others, what they're doing wrong, not focusing on why they're happy, but creating your own happiness, creating your own joy, because I definitely did not used to do this because I was miserable, I was miserable, and today I'm not miserable, and I hope that that girl can read that book and understand maybe more. Anyways, I have feelings and emotions come up talking about that because that person doesn't exist anymore. Anyways, uh, long story short, someone wrote a review on my book, and it was a scenario, and I'm pretty sure it was referring to me. And I wasn't minding my own business, and I got her in trouble. I don't even think I got her in trouble, but it doesn't matter. I should have been minding my own business. And the fact that I would go out of my way to get someone in trouble is wrong with me. But it's because I was jealous and envious. She could go out and have a good time, and I remember going out and having a good time, and I didn't get away with it. So why is she going to get away with it? Yes, I know it's selfish, and these are the things we have to look at, though, you know? It's all about feeling our emotions fully, sitting in them, not running from them, and understanding our part in the situation to clean our side of the street so we can sleep peacefully. So again, I am so sorry for not minding my own business in the past, and you writing a review on my book just so happens to be you're one of those people that actually stood out to me on my path, because the way you walked, the way that you played, the way how silly and goofy you were, me and you are a lot alike, and I'm realizing that, and I think it's absolutely beautiful that I wasn't able to be myself, and I can see that you were, and I can be myself today. But I just want you to know that I would encourage you to put down the alcohol if you do struggle, because I definitely struggled, and I know how hard it is to quit. And we carry a lot of resentment, bitterness, anger whenever we're walking down the path of destruction. And so, yeah, if I could help you, I would love that. I hope you choose to find it in your heart to forgive me. And yeah, I hope you have a beautiful day. I'm sending abundance, peace, prosperity, wealth, success, unlimited possibilities your way. I want nothing but happiness for you and everybody else in this life. I don't have hate in my heart today, and I'd love for you to not have hate in your heart anymore as well. All right, well, I hope this is maybe going to open your heart more to being kind and loving to others, because when I held on to resentment, it was only hurting me. All right, well, bye now.